For day 8, I wanted to make a game about crafting potions. I had a pretty good idea of what the interface would look like and how the mechanics would work. The player would be able to do various actions such as putting ingredients in a cauldron, adding water, mixing it, simmering it, things like that. And then out would come a potion depending on their actions. It would also have a qualitative measure. So for example, simmering the potion a little bit longer or a little bit less might yield a potion that is stronger or weaker. I added a recipe book, which provides an in-world way for players to look up recipes. Now the recipes are written in different formats. Its first recipe is very simple, it's Grandma's HP potion, and that is 1, 2, 3. Then after that there's a few that get a little bit more vague. I think having these opaque systems is really good because it adds a level of skill and mastery where players need to do a little bit of exploration to find out how to maximize their results. This game came together fairly simply because the scope was fairly small. So this was the first test. There I've got the book and I've got the crafting, and you can see I'm adding steps. So I'm adding an ingredient water, adding an iron newt, and then I'm going to simmer it for 0.5, and I've got a HP potion. In this early draft, you can see that the quality is not really changing a lot depending on my actions. So add a burnt potion, with the idea being if you add things in the wrong order or use the wrong steps, for example, you add the eye of newt and simmer before adding the water, you'll get some burnt eye of newt. So in the recipe book, I added a note that someone recommended to the player that if someone asks them for a potion they don't know how to make, they can just burn some iron newt. It's really bitter, so the person buying the potion will think it's potent. I think it was probably less than 3 hours, maybe it was 2 hours. I did remember to get the splash screen and icon in at least. So here we are, we get a request for a potion for your neighbour. They want a stamina potion. We can look at our recipe book and see Uncle Georgie has recommended to make a stam potion, toast mandrake, add water and stir it until it thickens. So it doesn't tell us how long to simmer for or how long to stir for, but we can just take a guess and see how it goes. Simmer for about half the time, and then for mixing, well, I did more than half because I know more than half is the right answer. But there we go, we get a 91 quality. And now we need a love potion. Let's see what we've got in our recipe book. The old lady is recommending, if you don't know how to make it, just burn some newt eyes and add water. So we can give that a try. There's a couple of nonsense potions that it asks for, like a bone hurting potion, a love potion. Whenever we get them, we just have to make the nonsense recipe. So we're adding the eye of newt, we're going to simmer it, and then we'll add water. There we go, burnt potion. We've got the stamina potion again, so it's the same as last time. You can imagine if there was a timer or something like that, this would be an interesting game that you have to kind of rush through making each potion. There could even be a multitasking element where you've got multiple pots simmering at the same time and you have to grab things out of them on time. Now I've got the healing potion, which was the first potion in the list. This was Grandma's recipe with water, eye of newt, and then you just need to simmer it. So I found this one a little bit frustrating because I think it could be a lot better. This is a great mechanic. Alright, that's it for today.